Get in here, all you animals. Yes. Yes. Come on now. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a show? Are you ready to have a real good time? Your boy Vito. We got some Obi-Wan news that I'm ready to share, and we might even talk about Will Smith and the apology he gave there. So let's get ready. Let's get nifty. Let's get grifty. Oh, because you know what? It's what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday Night Grift. Yeah. Yeah. I love this song. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday Night Grift, the only show that covers all the popular topics that you, the people at home, deserve. I'm your host, Vito Gesualdi. My house is a mess. I'm trying to move stuff around. I need bigger. I have no room for things, and then I keep buying things, which makes the problem worse because I'm a hoarder. Regardless, we got a lot of things on the docket tonight. We got a lot of fun topics. I think we missed 1 week, 2 weeks. Well, we're back, and a lot has happened. in the time since we were gone. We missed Comic-Con. We missed a couple other things. I got a whole list of topics here, and I'm very excited. And I'm going to be joined tonight by a few of my favorite people, including Top Loaded Gaming is here.
What's up?
How
Glad to be here.
Loaded? I know you've been busy. You've been in and out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to die on my show? Don't die on my show.
No, I don't think so.
That would be bad for ratings.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no. I've got the medicine ready to go in case it happens, man. It's all good.
Well, hopefully you're safe, but
I'm good.
You think you're good? All right, good. I was a little worried there for a while. We've also got Tony TGD from The Geek Getaway. Tony, are you there?
I'm here. What's up, Vito?
How you been, Tony?
I've been good. I think it would be good for ratings if Trevor passed away on your show.
No, I mean, I'm trying. I mean,
you
see the cigarette right here. I'm actively trying.
It would at least make the news. That's for sure.
I don't think it would make the news. I think it would be horrible. Nobody wants to. Oh my god!
I had a heart attack and a stent, and they were like, "Don't smoke," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go home and smoke." Nom.
Please smoke in moderation. All right. Well,
I have been in all.
There's a lot of things on the docket. Now, obviously, I made a Star Wars show. Let's start with Star Wars. Everybody, this is a channel where people love Star Wars. We do a lot of Star Wars stuff. So I'll start there because we have some Star Wars news that has been a bit controversial. So let's take a look at that. There we go. Okay, the New York Post is not the only people reporting on this, obviously. It's being reported all around. But a new Star Wars book suggests that everyone's favorite Jedi, people love Obi-Wan. They love him. Obi-Wan is maybe, not 100%, but maybe a bisexual man. I hate that they put these ads that have nothing to do, and now I'm looking at a girl who's a bug. What the hell is this? What is this advertising? What is this? This is a nightmare. Can I skip this ad? Do you have a picture of Obi-Wan? I don't even want to know what this is. Anyway.
Rip off of X-Men for like a depression medicine.
It's just so weird.
What is it?
It's like the first thing that the Wildlife Explorers, you're like about to read an article, and then you got to watch this giant ad. Okay, so it's just a trailer for Obi-Wan. That's all they got here. All right. They always put video. Anyway, Star Wars fans have been sent into a frenzy. Do we think that we're in a frenzy? And they actually link here. This is interesting. They link to the recent comments from Star Trek actor Simon Pegg, who says the Star Wars fans are toxic, which some people were very upset with. I think he's got a point. I mean, there's some Star Wars fans, I would say me, who are very, very reasonable, but some Star Wars fans get angry and even attack the actors, which I always say there's no reason to attack the actor don't attack anybody, but the people who I think are always at fault are the script writers and the casting directors. I can't be mad at an actor for getting a paycheck. Anyway, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the much-loved character played by Sir Alec Guinness in the original films and Ewan McGregor in the most recent stuff, is featured in a new spin-off novel called Padawan, the latest edition of the Disney canon. The young adult novel revolves around a teenage Obi-Wan attempting to prove himself while apprenticing under Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm surprised this wasn't a book already. It's been how long since The Phantom Menace? I thought they would have talked about teenage Obi-Wan already.
Yeah,
maybe they have, but this is the new canon or whatever else. Now, social media users have quickly highlighted one passage that it seems to show the Jedi in training questioning his sexuality, with many saying it confirms he is bisexual. How do we feel so far? What do you guys think about a bisexual? Does that seem? I mean, was there ever any indication that Obi-Wan was a bisexual person?
Other than this new series, it didn't seem like he had sexual feelings of any thought. Well,
that was kind of the point of the Jedi, is that they're like in celibate, right?
Something like that. I mean, there's a religious order filled with nothing but dudes sitting around.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, I mean, it kind of makes sense for a teenage Obi-Wan to be wrestling with sexual feelings, because as we know, I mean, Anakin, that was the problem, was the Jedi were like, you're not allowed to make sweet love to that princess. And he's like, but she's like, she wants it so bad. And they're like, well, I'm sorry, those are the rules. And it drove him nuts. And then he killed a bunch of people. Star Wars is about what happens if you force somebody to be an incel. He was involuntarily celibate, and it drove him insane.
Yeah, it's an allegory on Catholic priests.
Well, it never worked. It never worked for the Catholic Church. They tried it for like a million years. They're like, priests can't get married. And the priests are like, that's fine. I'll just, have sex with little kids. And they're like, whoa, hold on, one sec. That's not helpful either. They're like, what? If I can't get married, the only thing left is to have sex with children. And they're like, oh God. Anyway, we have the passage here. Here is the book from Ewan Sobi on Twitter. And let's find out about Obi-Wan Kenobi's sexual inclinations. I'd also like to remind everybody at home, if you enjoyed this show, there is the super chat option always available to you. And anybody who super chats, will read your comment. If you have something you want to chime in with, let me know. I think super chat should be enabled. If I turned them off, I'm an idiot, but I think they're on. All right, here we go. This is the book Padawan by some lady. A lady wrote it. Why do ladies do you ever get the feeling that like females really love gay guys,
Yeah.
Here's Raya to talk about it. Raya, Raya was telling us earlier that you were reading Obi-Wan Darth Maul / fan fiction, right?
Yes, it was a romance fan fiction that I was a big fan of, but unfortunately the author discontinued the series, so I'm left hanging as far as like where their love arc goes.
Well, I must admit, as a red-blooded male, I enjoy, of course, lesbian fiction, so that's reasonable. So I guess, ladies, it goes the other way. You love that yaoi type shit where you see all the boys kissing each other and rubbing on. How did he was Darth Maul a spider when Obi-Wan got with him? Doesn't he become half spider?
No. So this was like between Anakin's training between the first two films,
Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones.
Yes, and
okay.
Maul is detained, and yes, he does have his android legs, I guess.
So his android legs.
Yeah. So is that what you're alluding to as far as like being part spider?
Well, I'm wondering, how would Obi-Wan get together with Darth? Wouldn't he hate Darth Maul? There's no way. This sounds like not good fan fiction, I have to say.
I think okay, so just speaking for myself and just for full clarification, I'm an equal opportunity, anime porn.
Fan shipper.
Yes,
sure.
Exactly. Yes, all genders all the time. So for this particular story, the tension, I guess like the romantic tension was like the deep-seated, resentment they both have for each other, which kind of turned into sexual chemistry or energy. So it kind of fed into what a lot of other, I guess, like, you remember like the late aughts, like in like 2008, 2009, like the whole Twilight, brooding sort of like love interest type of vibe where this person is not, a good person for me to be with, but I'm like,
it's like a non-con type scenario.
Yes, exactly.
Non-consensual. Okay. Well, this is and somehow I've screwed this up. Stop. Wait. Why is it showing the wrong thing?
You saw the private chat, Vito?
I will take a look at the private chat. Let me see. Tony's here. Tony, of course, wearing a great t-shirt. What a t-shirt you got there, Tony.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I just got yelled at by my co-host for retweeting your link to this lovely stream.
What do you mean? Why'd they yell?
Let me see.
Does it look like I'm being mean to gay Obi-Wan? Do they think I'm being prejudiced?
I don't know. All I said is, did Star Wars go woke? Find out tonight.
Well, we hate woke stuff. Somehow we've got in talking about whether Obi-Wan and Darth Maul would be a good pair. I don't think so. I don't. Think
I should have grabbed my Darth Maul mask. It's in there. I have something to say about Obi-Wan being bisexual.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well,
here we go. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
I hate George Lucas's stupid bullshit like Jedi can't be in love rule that he put on.
That's why Anakin went crazy. As I was saying, they forced him to be an incel, and his incel rage
that's
made him kill
stupid.
everybody.
George Lucas is stupid. That was stupid. I never got in the original trilogy that they were all sexless weirdos. And then George Lucas is like, hey, they're all sexless weirdos. Probably because he looked at the people who were consuming Star Wars content and it's like, I need to make them more relatable. But so I don't care if Obi-Wan's like gay or whatnot, because at least they're getting laid. I need Jedis to get laid. I don't like that they're sexless weirdos. So I'm fine with Obi-Wan being bi.
There's no problem there. I mean, we didn't see this in the trilogy, sadly. But him and his Padawan, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, this is too much for me. Look, we got to read the book. We got to find out what happened. We got to find out why Obi-Wan is bisexual. So here it is from the new novel Padawan.
Okay.
Written by a lady who's a little bit probably horny, and that's fine. We celebrate horniness here on the Monday Night Grift. Now, Obi-Wan is talking to Kasul, which I assume is a boy. I can't form attachments like that anyway, he says, of course, referring to the rule where Jedi aren't allowed to have sex. But was that something he would want, he thought? It had always been so forbidden. Even thinking about it was like holding his hand right next to a lightsaber blade. A quivering flesh lightsaber blade. He knew some of his friends had dabbled in physical relationships. He suspected Siri would have been open to it. But it had always seemed like an obstacle, not a temptation. And besides, Obi-Wan said, rushing to change the subject, I would never want to be in a relationship with a leader. If I ever fell in love, it would be with someone calm, peaceful, easy to get along with. You want someone who doesn't challenge you. Obi-Wan laughed. I don't know what I want, if we're being honest. Kasul mirrored his shrug. Not many choices around here. I don't think love is in my future either, and I'm fine with that as long as I have the power to keep my family safe. Though I will admit, I've been curious about kissing. Why Aj and Zabri, God, Star Wars names are stupid, enjoy it so much. And here's the big line. So if you're ever curious too, let me know. Obi-Wan blushed. A blushing, bashful Obi-Wan. I will let you know, I mean. Not that I will do that right now with you or anyone. And continues on. I think there's a part 2 here. So Obi-Wan doesn't know. Does he want to kiss boys? Does he want to kiss girls? But here's the other thing. He's either bisexual or he might be asexual, aromantic. I don't know what you call it. Could he ever get to a point where kissing someone felt like anything less than a betrayal of himself and the Jedi? If he got to that point, who would he want to kiss? The Larens were confident and charismatic, which was attractive. What the fuck is a Lena Hran? Is that an alien race? But he just couldn't imagine kissing any of them. Maybe he didn't want to be friends with any of them, but rather he wanted to be more like each of them. Or maybe he wanted to fucking kiss all of them. Not Mem, though, because he had a feeling that would upset her very much. Obi-Wan is a confused young man.
He is all over the place.
He's all over the place. Maybe I'll kiss a Laren. Maybe I'll kiss every Laren. Maybe I won't kiss any Larens. He wasn't going to kiss any of them regardless. Everything on Lanahra seemed simple. It felt impossibly complicated, and that would doubtless make it all worse. I don't know, man. It's teenage. It's like a book for teenagers, and that
I
seems
just feel
to be
bad. He's clearly brainwashed by this institution that took him in as a kid and force-fed him all this stupid bullshit.
He just
about
wants to be loved.
Be in love. And now it makes me sad because we know he ends up being like this fucking geriatric living in the desert who dies and he never finds love. This is just depressing now.
He finds love in the Clone Wars series, doesn't he?
Yeah, but then he loses it and he ends up being an elderly man who gets killed by his old friend.
He also started like falling in love with that chick in the new Obi-Wan show. There was like a lady who was like pretty good at her job, and it kind of seemed like Obi-Wan. In the Obi-Wan TV show?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
That lady who dies with a grenade in the hallway.
No, it's
in the shitty brown hallway.
She played in Game of Thrones.
The one
I didn't watch that either.
The one who was pretending to be an Empire.
Lady. That lady. I didn't catch. Dude, I binged that show while I was like folding laundry. I didn't actually. I don't know how you.
It wasn't explicit, but there was like a little bit of like wink, wink, nod, nod.
Some undertones.
It was like, oh, I respect her and she's so cool.
In another life, maybe there could have been.
Dude, have we seen any romance in any like modern Star Wars, like past the prequels? In anything?
Yeah, Rose forced a kiss on Finn, and then he cuckolded her in the last movie.
That's
really
true.
Weird.
Yeah,
it was really
that was
bizarre.
weird.
Benjamin Wheeler for 5 says if Star Wars wants to make sexualized fanfics, why not Jar Jar and Yoda blasting each other? I'd maintain my Disney Plus sub for that. Raya is beautiful. Oh, so nice. Everyone subscribe to Raya. She's our token woman. Unfortunately, we're trying to get more ladies on the show. It's
Wait,
hard.
you only have one woman on your show?
No, I have Trixie.
I have like
No.
5
Wait.
women on my channel.
Shut up, Tony. We get
Oh.
Trixie.
Can we please just shout out Mint Salad? Like,
Mint
girl,
Salad?
Where are
Hello?
you? Please jump on Please jump on.
I know. I haven't seen Mint Salad in forever.
Mint Salad had the ultimate 180 on my show. She went from being the most hated guest of all time to now one of
I
the
love
most
Mint Salad.
to
She's
now one of the
fun.
most beloved guests.
Yes, my audience loves Mint Salad.
Kara Froman says 5 great content, y'all. Thank you, Kara.
Vito, just
mean-
ask the women who are on my show to be on this stupid shit. They'll probably do it.
Anybody can come on. Listen, okay, I got to add them to the Twitter. I don't know people, okay? I hate most people. So I'll ask,
Oh wow, what a shock! I couldn't have. You literally started this morning on Twitter yelling at a cancer patient. So
Oh, wait, which cancer patient?
Mr. Medicare, you said everyone who likes Medicare is cringe.
whatever. Medicare is like Medicare shits on everybody. He deserves
Yeah.
to get. He can't.
I'm like,
go,
only Vito would
I
wake
have
up.
Cancer.
Only
Oh.
Vito would wake up and be like, "Wow, these guys really like this guy with
I
cancer."
think I
have
posted
to
that
ruin
last
his
night.
day.
I don't think I posted that this morning. It was last night. It's not a morning post. All right, look. Here's what I have to say. I don't know. Some people are really mad about this, but it's literally like 2 pages in a book where Obi-Wan goes, I don't know if I want to kiss boys or girls or whatever. And that's it. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's not like he's going to, if it was like the whole book was like him having a secret boyfriend and, kissing all the boys, I'd be like, all right, that's a little weird. And we never heard about any of that before. Even that I probably wouldn't be that upset about. But it's just, teenage stuff, whatever. These are books for dumb teenagers. I really don't. Some people are going, oh, Star Wars is already ruined. If anything ruined Star Wars, it's not Obi-Wan as a teenager briefly saying, I don't know who I want to kiss.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
I'll
was
just be
George
a
Lucas.
weird, sexless weirdo, which he eventually obviously chose.
We can all agree George Lucas ruined Star Wars. Why do people not get this?
Now, Riley says, or at least ASE's Present says, so this might be Mint Salad. I'll be back on next week. I'm helping Trixie film her daily upload month Vlogust, which you guys can find over at Trixie the Golden Wisp channel. Yig Studio, YGG. Sora Loot throws $1 in the bucket. Thank you. And John Riffs for 2 says, Vito doesn't like people. He prefers cats. I do like cats quite
You want to see
a
my
bit.
cat?
What's your cat doing?
My cat is right here. Hold on.
My cat is passed out in the
cat's
corner
here.
of the room.
Did
We're
we
all
already
showing our
talk
cat.
about the groomy undertones in that picture?
Of this picture of Obi-Wan and Anakin, look at that cat. That's a great cat.
Beautiful
She's not
kitty.
happy. She
No,
hates
she's
this.
not. She hates it. The grooming undertones here? What are you talking about? Anakin's sitting on his lap. Like they're just sharing chocolate.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Obi-Wan met Anakin when he was like 8.
Yeah. So if they were in a relationship, that would be freaking weird, and they shouldn't
That's a
do
little-
that. Be a little much.
How much did? Oh no, he did start training when he was 8. I was gonna say, yeah, no, that's problematic. That's problematic.
Well, all these things are Did you ever see when God, the guy who makes Rick and Morty, whatever his name is?
Oh, Dan Harmon.
No, the other one.
Justin Roiland?
Justin Roiland. Justin Roiland got in trouble on Twitter like years ago because somebody was like, is there a universe where Rick and Morty are a couple? And he said, well, there's infinite universes, so probably. And all these people went, you're promoting pedophilia. That's a problematic groomer relationship. And he's like, guys, somebody asked me a stupid question on Twitter, and I just said yes. Like, I didn't really mean, oh, whatever. Everybody fights about everything. Speaking of fighting about everything, horrible physical violence. We all, of course, remember the Will Smith slap. Let me see if I can bring up a picture of it, which I think is truly our lead story. There's not too much to say about the Obi-Wan. So I tricked you all into coming here thinking it was a Star Wars stream. I lied. It's a Will Smith stream. Sorry. Deal with it.
You got the broads on my show yelling at me. Thanks, Vito.
Why are they yelling at you? Because you said something's woke?
No, I think she thought I was putting out a video.
Okay.
And then I said it was you, and she's like, "Oh, you're all twins," which I took fucking offense to. So.
I'm just a master of clickbait, guys.
Yeah.
Now, as we remember, the wicked demon Will Smith attacked a poor black comedian just struggling to make it in the world, and
just like Eric July, just trying to make it in the world.
Yeah, Chris Rock and Eric July are the same, basically. And this was a horrible, horrible thing that happened. And we now finally, when were the Oscars? This was what?
March
February?
27th.
Oh, it's March.
It feels
yeah.
like years ago.
March
It
27th.
does feel forever ago. March, my God, it's taken this long for Will Smith and his PR handlers to figure out what to do. I was thinking about it. You know what he should have done? He should have apologized at the Oscars.
Yeah, it was weird. He did it.
Yeah.
He should have, when he went back on stage, went, "Hey guys, I lost my fucking mind. What the fuck?
Exactly.
You know, I want to apologize to Chris Rock. It's a night of big emotions. I'm insane, and I'm gonna give Chris Rock $1 million just for fun, because why not?" Now,
I promise, if we're ever at Dick's place and I slap you during the filming of the Dick show, I
Yeah.
will apologize on it.
you'll
I will
apologize immediately.
Yeah.
Well, that'll make it. That'll at least make it okay.
Hmm.
Now, what was I gonna say? Are we able to watch clips with audio? Somebody tell me if my audio goes in. I think I have to pause it if I want to comment on the video. If I try to comment while it's playing, something weird happens.
Okay. I haven't
we
seen
have-
this yet.
We have the Will Smith apology. We're gonna watch it. We will pause it as we go. Now, I have not seen it. Has anyone seen it yet?
Yeah, I've seen
I've
it.
seen it.
Wait, Vito, real quick. Can you scroll down just a little bit?
Yes.
No, down a little bit more. Hold on.
Are you
Oh,
selling his book?
that's why he did this. That's why.
That's
That's the only reason this apology is out. I knew he just put out a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's the first. Oh my
I follow
God.
someone on Instagram who
That
just
and
said,
PR.
yeah. I followed someone on Instagram who just said they were reading this book, and I just saw. I'm like, that's the only reason this video
He's
exists.
putting
He
out
would
a
have
thing,
never
'cause it's a little bit of
apologized
a-
otherwise. That's
All right.
funny.
Now, I assume we're not going to get copyright claimed for this,
Hopefully
but I
not.
could be wrong. And if the stream goes down for a copyright claim, I'm going to warn you guys now that it'll take like 2 minutes for it to come back up. But we're going to try and play it, and we'll see if we get copyright claim. But again, if the stream goes down, just wait around 2 minutes, and then YouTube will bring us back up. Okay, are we ready?
Ready.
Everybody braced. Everybody, I'm emotionally shook. I'm still shaking from the horrible things that have perpetrated
let's
against
go.
Chris
I-
Rock.
I'm like red letter media right now. I got notes.
All
Oh.
right.
Also, really quick,
mean,
good
Hack
to see
Movies
you
has
top
notes,
loaded.
too.
I've never got the chance to talk with you, and I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, top loaded. We talked is apparently feeling better. And Jake Sheldon says if Vito has a
thank you.
Q-tip, don't
Thank you
let him
very
near your
much.
cat. Well, I don't know what that could possibly be referencing. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, so the sigh came through. Audio's working.
I hate
Yeah.
this already.
Multi-camera setup.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?
What?
What?
Okay, I'm
It's
so
so
confused.
robotic.
I'm so confused. Where are these questions coming from? Are these user submitted questions?
It seems like it. Like
He's doing this in a FAQ style format. His apology.
By the way, I hate like the faux organic setup there, out of focus and whatnot. I hate that he had a poster about love when he entered the frame, and I especially hate this ball behind his head that kind of blends in with his hat. It makes it look like he's wearing a really tall hat. I hate everything about this already.
I do agree that putting a thing behind him makes it look like he has a
It
silly
looks like
top
he's got
hat.
a really big hat.
I personally think that his PR team came up with these questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so weird because it's
Totally strategic.
he's not looking at the camera and giving a heartfelt thing.
No, like I
He's-
said, it's all strategic, especially having that love thing as he was sitting down. Like,
let me just take a look.
Nothing
Look,
is
look.
out of place.
It looks like he just walked off of the golf course with
The
Tiger,
world-
you know,
yeah.
fresh off of the 18th hole.
Yeah.
Now, just
Love
like,
is the
let's film
cure.
this.
and they're like, "Oh, let's do the raw audio and out of focus to make it look like this is just like spur of the moment, even though we have a set up mic and perfect studio lighting."
This
Yeah.
is an interesting. Nerve 287 says the lamp is set up to look like a halo of innocence. That's very possible that somebody thought about that. And Kara says, yes, if you read the beginning, it says that these are user submitted questions. Is there a description? There's no description.
Oh, there's a book ad.
I don't see anything that says you asked a lot of fair questions. Yeah, but these aren't. I don't know if these are coming from a specific person. I guess they're general questions that he thinks he's heard.
Yeah, like where does it say like I asked you on Twitter like to send me
Yeah.
questions or I
I
didn't
guess
see
it's
any-
just
anything
that's the
like
thing
that.
is some of these questions, and obviously the questions are going to be phrased in the most
Generic.
Benign way.
the most benign possible way to make him appear fine. All right, let's see what he has to say.
why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize.
Kind of feels like you forgot his name.
So are we
I will
going to
say to
react as
you,
we go, or
Who's that guy? Yeah, you can. If you want me to pause, or if you got something
Yeah,
to say, feel free to chime in.
so he says he fogged out, right?
Yeah.
Yet he gave his whole acceptance speech. He had this whole conversation with Denzel Washington and the whole, like, you know, that's when the devil's going to come for you, and then had the wherewithal to mention that and all of that. Like, he wasn't fogged out. Come on, man.
I mean, I think he came out, because even in his acceptance speech, he talked about it. He said, what was the stupid thing he said? Where he's like, it's when you're at the top, that's when the devil tries to drag you down. And I'm like, the devil's not trying to drag you down. A guy told a joke and you freaked the fuck out because you and your wife are crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say, he said that he reached out to Chris, and Chris said he's not ready to talk. So what the fuck is this whole apology even about? I mean,
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, if he wants to offer a public apology and, you know, put it out there in the ether, I can't stop him. The question is,
well, it seems like this is for public media pressure. He wants the fans to get on Twitter and be like, Chris, he apologized to you. Did you see the video, Chris? Come on, accept his apology. Be his friend again, Chris.
That, and it's more of an incentive for public relations. Like, if there's no incentive towards, you know, making everything kosher with Chris because he's not ready to talk, then obviously that's not what this is about.
Well, yeah, to top load its point, he also has a film coming out soon, I think, on the Apple streaming service. So, yeah, like, this is kind of to set the ground for, like, further marketing for his new projects.
We knew this video was going to happen at some point. The problem is that, you know, it has that feeling of Hollywood fakery to it. Real quick, Todd Packer says, Chris Rock is whack. Should have dodged the punch. Put your hands up. You're black. You know how to fight. Okay, Todd, he's an entertainer at the Oscars. He doesn't expect that he's in a fight or flight situation. He
Honestly,
probably thought it was a joke.
All Will Smith had to do was nothing, because that Chris Rock joke kind of sucked. No one remembers.
I mean, it did. It was lame. It was lame.
G.I. Jane, like, he's doing a G.I. Jane reference.
I didn't even
who got
the joke when he made the, honestly,
because G.I. Jane had a shaved head, but it was like more of a military thing. Like,
it was very corny.
Tony, I'm so dumb that when he made the joke, I was like, was Jada Pinkett Smith in G.I. Jane? I thought he was just making fun of the movie G.I. Jane. And being like, hey, remember that shitty movie you were in? And it's like,
he tried to think of, like, a movie with a bald woman and couldn't think of any, and just went, G.I. Jane, I guess.
Terrible joke. Benjamin Wheeler for 5 says, Will showed more emotion slapping Chris Rock than he did in the Disney Plus show Welcome to Earth, where he stood in a volcano. Sorry, Welcome to Earth. Yeah, I never saw that one. All right.
Has he been in anything good lately? Will Smith?
Well, he won an Oscar for fucking King Richard.
I watched the movie. What was it called? The one with where he's raising the tennis players. That one.
Yeah,
wasn't
King
bad.
Richard.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
I saw Aladdin. And that sucked.
I never watched it.
You're just being racist now, Tony. You just don't think a black man can play a genie. All right, he apologizes. Let's get back to the video. Here we go.
To you.
He apologized to you. All right,
my behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
You're here? Where bunker are you in? Are you going to invite him into your concrete bungalow and give him a big hug? Where is this his house? What is this?
What's his books he's got there?
A soundstage?
I do want to know what books he's got on this random shelf that apparently he uses to hold 4.
This is his PR team, like, looking at Philip DeFranco videos and like, let's do something like that.
I love that rich people will buy a whole shelving unit to hold like 4 books in a stack, like a bowl, a plant. You're like, man, you guys, what is all your stuff? Anyway, he's here whenever Chris Rock is ready to talk.
I want to apologize to Chris's mother.
Okay.
I saw an interview that Chris's mother did. And, you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize
that he had a mother.
You know, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock.
I think Tony's the brother,
was my
right?
man.
Yeah.
And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying, and
I just want to pause so we don't trigger the copyright protection. But okay, he's apologizing to the family. He forgot He forgot that all people have a mother somehow. I don't know how he forgot about that.
Is anyone buying any of this? Like,
it feels really fake.
Why doesn't he just come out and say, "Hey guys, I'm
a fucking idiot"?
No. You should say, "I'm sad that my wife sleeps with everyone but me, and I tried to look cool in front of her, and I slapped Chris Rock to impress her. I'm a fucking idiot. I should just cheat on her like normal celebrities do to their wives." Like, we would all be like, everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we totally get that." Will,
honestly, if Will Smith put out a 30-second video and went, "Listen, my wife is fucking crazy," that's it. Yeah. That's really all he has to put out there. And then we go, "Yeah, she's kind of nuts." And she looked at you. She gave him this because he laughed at the joke at first, and they looked at her and she gave him like a frumpy face, and he's like, "Oh, I got to do something here."
You know what he should say? Yeah. Sorry. He should just say, "Hey guys, look, at least I wasn't in Matrix 4. like I know what I did was bad, but Jada decided to come back for Matrix 4, and I feel like that's worse."
Kara mentions at the end, look up Chris's response. We definitely have that on the docket. J828 says doing a Bud Dwyer is the only acceptable apology. That's not correct. And for those of you who know who Bud Dwyer is, take that to the bank with you. He killed himself. All right. Anyway,
yeah, we know who Bud Dwyer is. There's a song about him, that "Hey Man." Nice
that wasn't
shot.
an apology, though. He didn't apologize. He said, "I did nothing wrong," and then he shot himself in the mouth.
He knew he was
on live television. No, I don't know what happened. He said he was
in my home state. I think he was a PA treasurer. I think.
Good old Bud. I have a picture saved somewhere on my computer, and it's the old like Nintendo box covers with the 8-bit thing. And it's just like Super Bud Dwyer, and he's got like a zapper in his mouth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
And I'm like, I want that as a t-shirt. All right, he's gonna unpack it. Here comes the unpack. I hate this term, by the way.
Well, yeah, if you would just back it up just a tiny bit,
yeah,
so
I think
you
we're
get
a
the
little
whole
bit
point
forward.
out.
I just kind of also wanted to add some context because, like, I know that there might be like some misconceptions about like the agency that I might have in this conversation. So, like, just so like the TLDR, for the longest time, I was like defending Jada being offended by the joke because I guess like in context outside of, you know, what we know about her as a celebrity and her relationship with Will and all the like the spectacle around it. Yeah. The I guess like the joke as far as like it being told by a black man to a black woman and me as a black woman feeling the impact of that public ridicule of another black woman in a public space of mostly white people, I was inclined to be offended for Jada. But after all of these months of continued speculation and, you know, further revealing of the dynamics of Will and Jada's relationship, I realized like, no, this isn't like a typical, you know, instance where this joke was made to like some like random, you know, other black woman in the audience. This woman is like a public figure who has like
you got to take it on the
privilege
chin.
Outside of, you know,
every
what
celebrity
other women have.
Celebrities get made fun of. I mean, that's part of being a public figure is you're out there. And let's
Especially
be clear,
by Chris Rock, he's known.
If Chris Rock had said Jada Pinkett Smith is a piece of shit and let's all beat the shit out of her, I would have been like, okay, well, I can understand. He literally said, you're bald. And people went, that's kind of a stupid fucking joke. And it's like, it was so, I mean, I don't know, man. It's complicated, and
he should have done. He should have done the cuck joke with her like entanglement thing.
No, he laughed at first. He laughed at first.
That's the other thing.
That is the thing. He did. Will Smith thought it was funny, and then the camera cut back to Jada looking pissed.
Yeah, see, I don't want to. We're gonna get to that part in the video, so it's like
Chris Rock could have went way farther than that boring ass joke. All right, anyway, here's Will Smith. Time to unpack.
I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened.
What are the there is no complexity.
There is none
in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insult.
All right, can you pause it there?
Yeah.
So
it's not the optimal way. It is a way, though. It's not optimal.
Basically, he's saying in this moment, like, I could have handled this better. Yes, I felt insulted, but I could have, done something after the show, reached out to him. We have a personal relationship. I thought we were friends, blah, 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 blah. And what you really want to hear is, hey, guys, I was kind of a bitch. I'm a public figure. It was just a joke. I should not have done this. I shouldn't even felt insulted. Like, it should have been in one ear, out the other. That's what needed to be verbalized here.
If I was Will Smith, I would just go with that champagne at the Oscars is some strong stuff. And I thought I was going to win an Oscar, so I was drinking up a storm. And then Will Smith, I thought he said the N-word. I was pretty sure I heard him say the N-word. And, normally it's cool, but just make some shit up at this point. Anyway.
After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something?
Why is he smiling?
No.
Okay.
Now,
it's
let's note that the way he worded that just now, that wasn't what everybody was really speculating on. It wasn't, did Jada say anything? Most people could see that she didn't say anything. It was that she rolled her eyes and she had this look. So he's already phrased the question, kind of in a way that's deceptive.
Yeah. I mean, it seems more that it was like she looked at him kind of like, and we don't know because they cut away, but it's very possible you can give a look that's like, you going to let him get away with that? Rhea, what do you think? Do you think that she kind of like egged him on in a way?
Yeah, like to be totally honest, like that look did sort of have that look of like, aren't you going to, do something about that? And from other clips that we've seen of their, how they communicate with one another, it does kind of feel like she does exert some, type of.
Well, they are Scientologists, so they can communicate telepathically. It's very possible that she sent a signal, using her thetans in order to command him to do something.
Have you guys ever had a girlfriend who tried to get you into fights all the time?
No,
I've had a girlfriend who did that. Like, she would always try to she would either try to fight people at the bar or try to get me to fight them. And I would always be like, have you seen me? I'm not about to fight 5 guys that you just cursed off for no reason. So that's what Jada reminded.
Are you going to let him get away with that?
Yeah. They were like, she was like, that guy said something to me. And I told him to fuck off. And I'm like, cool. So you took care of it. And then she would get mad at me because I wouldn't run over the bar to fight. I'm like, we're here with friends. I don't want to fight.
That's a pretty big red. That's a pretty big red flag, Tony.
That's what. Yeah, well, yeah, she's long gone. But
I stabbed that guy over there. Go finish him off. What did you do?
That's what I. That's how I feel. Jada is. She's just like, no wonder I sleep with other guys. I'm sorry, get entangled with other guys because you won't even slap Chris Rock for me. He's probably dealt with that shit before.
Okay, is it weird that I still don't completely understand the relationship of Will Smith and Jada? So she just sleeps with other guys.
Gets entangled. That was her way of saying I'm not cheating. Is my entanglement.
But did she do it without him knowing? Or right?
I think so.
They've done a really good job of confusing us about what the hell the dynamic of the relationship is.
I still don't get it. Reacting to her decisions, like everything that about their relationship is just her decisions.
But like,
they are weird. I mean, they named their kids Willow and Jaden.
Yeah, they named them after
themselves.
their
names. It's weird.
Nah, that's cool. I like that. I'm gonna name my kid Vita.
It also doesn't help that soon after this whole situation happened, it surfaced that I think a quote was taken out of context that she was not a willing participant in their marriage. Like she was still kind of in love or still lamenting the death of her previous boyfriend, Tupac Shakur. And when she married Will, she was pregnant at the time. So it was just
Tupac's
sort of like
still alive, so she can hit that whenever she wants.
Why didn't you just go to that island that Tupac
she can just go to Tupac's island. That's not a problem. But at the end of that thing, did they work out like an arrangement where it's like we can both sleep around, it's cool? Or did they go, this isn't cool anymore?
No, I think Jada could sleep around and Will just takes it.
Well, why can't Will sleep around?
Have you not seen Ryan Long's video on this?
No, I guess I should.
It got taken down. He did a video. It's like a message.
Got taken down.
For like bullying or something. But like the video was a message to Will from Jada's entanglements, and it's like all these 5 guys.
That's a bunch of guys.
How much they sleep with Jada Pinkett. They're giving words of encouragement.
Why is it taken down? I don't understand that, man.
I don't know.
It's really funny.
All right, back to the video. Will says. Again, we're saying maybe this is sneaky the way they said it. That did Jada tell you to do something? No. But did she insinuate it with her eyes? Maybe. We don't know. All right, here we go.
Do something. No. It's like, I made a choice on my own.
I decided to destroy my own career.
Experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. And say sorry to my kids and
see that bothers
my family.
Me.
Yeah,
the I'm sorry, babe part. Like, are we gonna forget? Like what? Because public sentiment didn't go her way when she went on this alopecia advocacy tour. All of a sudden, it's Will Smith's fault. When before she was reveling in that victim, status.
Yeah.
But because public sentiment didn't go her way, now he needs to apologize to her publicly. Like, that just seems like that was forced by her.
Well, it's I think there was a very clear PR directive to say, we have to focus all of this on Will, because right now the audience, it's going at both of you. So we got to make it so you're the one, you're going to take sole responsibility. You're going to apologize to Jada. She had nothing to do with it. When you get down to it, the whole family is part of it, and they almost celebrated what he did. And we'll talk about that in a bit. I have some tweets from Jaden.
Is this another apology you guys would have rather him do if he got out and been like, hey guys, the Oscars fucking suck and they're boring. I was just trying to make it entertaining. Like,
he can't do that because Jada Pinkett Smith is the one who did the Oscars so black thing, where she's like, the Oscars are the most important thing in the world and we need more black people there. So he can't say now that they suck.
That was not, by the way, that's not a good look. That she did that, that he like attacks Chris Rock.
It's a terrible look.
That's the worst thing you could have done.
It's really bad for the black community. You go, we need more black people at the Oscars. And then you start throwing fights, and you're like, guys, come on, you're defeating your own cause here.
You really did not help with that at all. But yeah, if he would have just said, hey guys, I could tell the show kind of sucked. Chris's joke sucked. I try to make it entertaining. I'm not good at improv. Then I'd be like, all right, Will, gotcha.
Todd Packer says, Will is me giving an apology in the 5th grade for calling the teacher a bitch, smiling the entire way through. Yeah, I would have left out this apology to his kids and his family, and we'll talk a little bit about more of them later.
For the heat that I brought.
Oh, the heat.
All of us. To all my fellow nominees. This is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen
the Oscar
and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's
He's making this all about other people than the person that he physically assaulted. That's, I guess, like that's the TLDR of like.
No, but Rhea, can you imagine?
Can you imagine
disappointing Questlove? Is there anything worse in the world than to know that you disappointed Questlove?
Single tear rolling down the cheek.
How could you?
By the way, him being like the heat that it brought on us. I'm like, I don't think anyone watched that slap and then when like, oh man, Jaden Smith, what an asshole. Like, no, it was just you, Will. No one was even thinking about your kids.
If they did, it was because he would have tweeted something like advocating what he did. Not because
everyone forgets
Will Smith did it.
Yeah, everyone forgets Will Smith has a daughter. She had like a one-hit song, right?
No,
like
she's actually doing pretty good still. She's got a new hit song that's like knock it. She's making money. I don't listen to it, but apparently she's doing very well.
I just knew the whip my hair back and forth song, and that's the extent of my knowledge on her.
She's got a new top 40 hit or something. So
but regardless,
Willow has stayed completely out of this. Willow seems to be the only smart one in the family at this point. Where she's like, I'm not touching it. I'm not talking about it. What do you think about your dad slapping Chris Rock? Who's my dad? I don't even know. I never heard of Chris Rock. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm Willow. I appeared out of nowhere and I have no family. And I'm like, well, she's a smart lady. The rest of the family, kind of nuts. All right. It happened on Questlove's award.
And
how can
it's
you do
like
that to Questlove?
I'm sorry, really isn't sufficient.
I didn't mean to Kanye you award.
What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down?
Well, who cares about that?
No. This is important. He's addressing us.
So there's two things. One,
we all looked up to Will Smith before this, remember?
Oh yeah, I haven't been able to sleep since he slapped Chris Rock.
Ever
like
since
that.
Men in Black 3,
I was
he's been an
so
icon,
invested in his character.
That I thought Will Smith was kind of a weirdo for a while.
Yeah, he's a Scientologist.
Ever since Scientology, yeah.
He opened a bunch of schools in Africa, and they're like, "What are the textbooks?" And he's like, it just talks about thetans and stuff. And they're like, you can't teach the kids about magic space gods. You have to teach them math and stuff. It's like, they'll figure that out later. All right. There's two things he wants to say to you who were disappointed at home.
Disappointing people is my central trauma.
Okay.
I hate when I let people down. So it hurts.
So we got to feel sorry for him now. Huh?
It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And
okay, I mean, let's play along. Do we really think that bothers him? That people are like, I'm so let down. Do we really think?
I'm willing to say he's a human being, and he probably feels bad that I think he probably
not that he messed up or whatever, but that people like someone like types to him on Twitter like, I used to think you were the perfect man.
There's probably kids out there who idolize Will Smith and they go, I want to be like him and have a movie career and
and a wife.
My wife cheat on me or whatever. I don't know.
Why didn't they cut to another camera when the camera shook there? Did you see that? The camera like shook for like a minute.
All right, Tony. This isn't.
No, why?
No.
Why introduce the fact that you have multiple camera angles and then leave in someone bumping the camera?
Is it right here?
It's around here. The camera shook. Am I going fucking crazy?
The work I'm trying to do, and it.
Yeah, you're right. There's a shake.
But they have like 3 cameras.
It hurts.
He's just centering up on him.
Sub to Hack the Movies, guys. That's
go to Hack the Movies because who wants to worry about whether or not
it's so
that's the attention to detail that he has about filmmaking.
Will Smith is apologizing for slapping a man, and you're like, I'm just saying that's shoddy camera work. Right
Look, it's weird when the video is overly produced.
It is overly produced,
and then there's something like that in there.
It
stands out. If he was doing this on his phone, I wouldn't give a shit.
He's spending more time apologizing to everyone else than he is the person that he actually should be apologizing to.
Smash the like button, people. Let's get this thing going. Look, I'm sure look, I don't think Will Smith is a monster. I just think he's an idiot, and it's one of those situations where, like, the only real way to work his way back into the hearts of the America, I don't know, is to just, give an apology, even though this one sucks, People are gonna forgive him. It's whatever. People just love, everybody likes a comeback.
It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me.
Okay, I want to get this from the rural juror. Good reference. Any apology video filmed in $1 million professional studio setup with a literal plug for a water brand, which investors are literally trading as a future / stock now, is not sincere. So I'm looking at the hat and I was going, is that Will Smith's like brand?
I thought it was right. Westinghouse at first.
It does look like the Westinghouse logo. That's true. But I remember we were looking up Will Smith's ventures, and I do believe he has a bottled water brand. Why would you not go out with like no? First of all, tell them to take down the plug for your book.
Yeah.
Don't wear any branded merchandise.
Don't
make this look even if this was like an accident and he was just likes that hat. Just even making it appear even slightly commercial is a terrible idea. Benjamin Wheeler for 5 says, swallow your pride. Don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at. With Artemis from the start of this, running the game. Thank you, Benjamin Wheeler. Okay, here we go.
And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would...
Again, I would have left this out of the apology. No one ever wants to hear an apology. I made a mistake. It's like, no, you made a purpose. You did a thing on purpose. Yeah. You're kind of trying to give yourself an out there. So, you could say I don't know. You can give yourself a little bit of look, I lost my mind. I'm an idiot. You got to deprecate yourself, honestly. And honestly, it's actually worse to say, I don't want to think of myself as a piece of shit. You got to say something like, I've examined myself and I do have some toxic behaviors and there are some things wrong with me that I need to work on.
Why doesn't he just invite Chris Rock to slap him?
I mean, I have a whole theory on what he should do.
He's like, hey, you know what, Chris?
Punch me in the stomach as hard as you want.
It'll be real satisfying for people. I deserve it. Here's
what I want Will Smith to do. I want Will Smith to go out and say, and to show I'm sorry, I want to put up $10 million of my own money to produce any movie Chris Rock wants to make. I support Chris Rock as a comedian, and I want to put my money where my mouth is and give this man, I want to produce his next film. Chris, if you got a good idea, let me know. I think that would be huge. And I don't think Chris Rock, if Will Smith said, I'm going to produce a movie for you, Will Smith is not stupid enough to turn down a $10 million financing for a starring vehicle. He'd go, oh, hell yeah, let's make it. And you work into the movie that there has to be one scene where you beat the shit out of Will Smith. There's just one scene where he goes, there's that motherfucker. And Chris Rock can just run up on him. Will Smith goes, ah! And Will Smith gets to beat the shit out of Will Smith. That would be great. That would be a great comedy.
Why doesn't they should just do a roast of Will Smith and just have Chris Rock just like
read the whole thing, be the
like have Will Smith like handcuffed so he can't do anything and everyone just gets to make fun of it.
Well, Briscoe Rob says this makes Tiger Woods' apology look amazing. Tony, what were you gonna say?
That's Will Smith's bottled water right there in the frame.
Oh, you're right. He put it right. Oh my God, you're right. It's like a giant. It's facing even outward with the logo. What are you thinking?
Absolutely Will intentional.
Smith? Freddie for 10 says, I think Hollywood just blows in general. I think this max exodus of movie going is because people are tired of the puppet shows. This apology sounds hollow and scripted. I don't know if it's scripted, but it doesn't seem as thought out as maybe it should.
Well, I'm glad
or maybe it's too thought out. I don't know.
I'm glad the audience here can see through some of it, because largely the reaction to this has been like positive. Just because YouTubers, there's the meme of, the sigh at the beginning of the video, and it's always a horrible apology video because this wasn't an absolute train wreck, with, I don't know, it's largely been positive, which is asinine to me.
Nordic Frost says, is Vito still stealing Star Wars toys from Target? I don't know what that means. But that's a funny comment. All right, we're almost done with this thing. Let's get there.
Would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world.
Okay.
And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Wait, is that for us?
Yeah, that's PR, dude. It's total PR. That's all he's worried about.
I was unaware that I was friends with Will Smith.
I hate. Okay, so here's the thing that drives me nuts about the internet is the concept of parasocial relationships. The idea that you are somehow friends with the people you watch on YouTube, and I think it's dangerous to claim that your fans are your friends. I love my fans. Some of you guys are great. Some of us might even be friends if I met you in real life. But ultimately, we have to accept that there's it's not a real friendship. But Will is playing directly into it, and he's saying, all my fans are my friends. This is a friendship. You trust me, your friend Will Smith. To those of you watching Will Smith say this, you're not friends with Will Smith. Will Smith is a crazy millionaire who goes on fun millionaire adventures. He's not going to let you on his yacht, you know? If you show up and you go, Will, I'm one of your fans. Can I come on the yacht because we're such good friends? You'd go, no, I'm good.
Why would you want to be his friends? He slaps his friends.
Well,
like he was friends with Chris Rock. Chris Rock was on episodes of Fresh Prince, and he went up and slapped him.
John Straub says, wait, is Vito trying to tell me he's not really looking at me through the screen? John. Kill the president. All right. So that's the
wait, you never said what president.
Disavow stream taken down
of Minecraft.
Okay.
Of Minecraft.
Okay.
That's called superliminal messaging.
Stands up like the Manchurian Candidate.
That's how the Manchurian Candidate. The president of Minecraft. All right. That's Will Smith's. Come on, you can do that.
I found that the
All right, so a lot of people are reacting to this, of course. Here we see Double Toasted, which is creeping up on my number of subscribers.
Oh, no.
And we can see some of their comments, and it does seem like some people are accepting
I love that first comment.
Nonsense. What, this is a good first step? Now if you apologize for Wild Wild West, we're good? Not the song, though. That was Flames.
That was good.
Been a fan of Will since I was a kid. Drama-free most of his career. This would be the most controversial thing he's done. I'm disappointed, but won't write him off for good. I always appreciate. Okay, you can see Will cares what people think of him. I mean, look, personally, I feel like Will's sincere with his apology, kind of, but not like it's still got a layer of artifice that makes me nuts. You know,
that wasn't sincere at all.
No, it feels like somebody wrote it for. You know, he sat down with a team of probably 4 or 5 people, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna have 5 cameras. We got to put the water bottle." Front and center to make sure people see that. Wear your Will Smith hat. We're going to put a halo light behind you to make you look like you're an angel. I felt a little bit fake to me. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but it's still, kind of these shitty Hollywood apologies. Anyway, we have Chris Rock's response to Will Smith. Let's see. Chris Rock, during a tour stop in Atlanta, has said something just hours after Will Smith's apology video. Chris Rock acknowledged a shocking moment during the Friday performance of his Chris Rock Ego Death World Tour. Look at how happy they used to be. Look at that. CNN reports that Chris Rock said everybody is trying to be a effing victim. If everybody claims to be a victim, then nobody will hear the real victims. Even me getting smacked by Suge Smith. I went to work the next day. I got kids. Comparing Smith to Suge Knight, former CEO of Death Row Records, who is currently serving 28 years for voluntary manslaughter. He added, anyone who says words hurt has never been punched in the face. Again, I think Will Smith's got to show up, and he's got to be like, listen, Chris, let me hook you up. I'm going to get you a deal. I'm going to put you on my next Big Willie album. But until then, I don't, Chris Rock is obviously going to milk this. It's the biggest thing that's happened to him in a while, as weird as that is. I don't see why. And why would he accept the apology? Will Smith comes away from this. He's still got more money than Chris Rock. Chris Rock does okay, but Will Smith's got crazy money, So Will Smith is.
I mean, they're both doing shitty movies. Like,
what's Chris Rock doing right now?
He did that Saul spinoff, Spiral. That was awful.
Yeah.
Did it? Yeah, I didn't actually see it.
Oh, it's terrible. It's
I mean,
like
Bad Boys 3 was arguably like the biggest hit in 2020, right? But that was like because of, C-19 and all that. But like, yeah.
I can't believe there was a Bad Boys 3. I totally missed that.
Yeah, I missed that too.
Here's the thing, and here's why I'm nuts about Will Smith apologizing to his family. Is his family should be apologizing to Chris Rock. Jaden Smith, let's not forget, right after his dad slugs a comedian in the face, he goes, "That's how we do it."
That basically just says, Jaden basically just said, yeah, my parents beat me.
My parents are psychopaths and violent criminals.
That's how we do it in the Smith household.
We slap people we disagree with.
Yeah.
Dad, you got big ears. Smack.
This had 101.1 million people liked Jaden Smith saying, "That's how you do that."
Did fucking Andy comment on that?
Andy says, "You assault comedians for telling lazy bad." Well, Andy has a verified check mark. So if he comments on these things, look, 5,000 likes. He's got to comment. If I had a check mark, I'd be doing the same thing. Your dad should apologize. That was one thing. And then on this show, I was upset that rather than address it and say, what do you call it? Say, oh, what happened to Chris Rock is bad and I feel bad for him. That Jada Pinkett Smith did an entire video about how alopecia gets people killed. Which was, to me, her saying, well, it's bad that my husband hit Chris Rock, but that joke he made, I mean, let's be real, could get teenagers killed.
God, that
what?
He brought on a mother of a girl who killed herself because kids were bullying her for being bald. Basically trying to insinuate that Chris Rock was going to get teenagers killed with his G.I. Jane joke. Tony from Hack the Movies is responding, is learning of this right now.
The first time.
A 30-minute special on alopecia.
She sits there you crying. Have to take to get to that conclusion. Holy shit.
Because do you think she had this? I don't think she had this planned before the slap. I don't think she planned on doing an alopecia special. I think it was specifically to distract.
I can totally believe that someone got bullied by people repeatedly and ended up taking their life. I get that, but that's not what Chris Rock. He told one joke and then was about to move on until Will. Now, everyone would have forgotten that joke and not cared if Will Smith didn't do what he did. So now everyone knows about it.
How many people even got that it was an alopecia or that she was bald joke before she brought all that up?
Chris Rock didn't know she had alopecia. I don't even know if she had talked about it prior. Yeah, I thought she'd shaved her head too. It was like a look. And regardless, I mean, you could make this video, but if you know that what's going on is your husband just slapped a man for making fun of you for being bald, you don't go and then make a special about how hard it is to be bald, because it is just clearly you trying to distract from what happened. I think Jada Pinkett Smith owes Chris Rock an apology. I think Jaden Smith owes Chris Rock an apology. I think Willow Smith should disavow her entire family and go live on an island. She's the smartest one out of all of them. She's got a song, she's singing. Good for her. All right. But the fact that, I don't know, I feel like the Smith family is trying to distance themselves. They're trying to get everybody to forget that they kind of were commenting on what happened. They were on Will's side. And I think people are forgetting about that. And they're kind of, again, I think the PR company went to Will Smith and they go, we need all the heat on you. We need to take it off Jada. We need to take it off Jaden. So, apologize to them, say it had nothing to do with them and that you went crazy and it's all on you. And I think people are forgetting that the family very much was trying to excuse Will's behavior and they have not apologized to Chris Rock. I have not heard Jada Pinkett Smith apologize to Chris Rock. I don't know. Is that reasonable to expect an apology from them? Raya, do you think Jada Pinkett Smith owes anyone an apology?
Yeah, I think she reveled in it.
Ray's like, no, she did nothing wrong.
Well,
you can be honest.
So for me personally, I think like just what has been revealed about her character through a lot of the footage that has surfaced of how she interacts with her family and her husband, she's going to stay committed to this narrative that she was the victim of verbal assault, even if it was indirect and the person didn't realize what health issues she was going through. Not saying I agree with that, with her stance. It just seems like she may be unwilling to,
but in every celebrity that gets made fun of, are they the victim of verbal assault?
Yes.
No. Like, are we not allowed to make fun of anybody ever for anything?
I mean, that's what these hosts do. I mean, look at the Ricky Gervais ones. That's all he's doing is roasting them all night.
That's part of the Oscars is like they make jokes at people's expense. If you accept a ticket to the Oscars and you're sitting in the front row, there's like there's an understood contract that one of the hosts might make a little joke. And if you don't want to deal with that, you know what you can do? You can stay home and not go to the Oscars. But the second you sit in that seat, it's the same for going to any comedy show or any whatever. The comedian might point you out and go, "Hey, look at this guy," or whatever. It's part of the show. If you don't want anyone to make any jokes about you, just stay home.
Did you have more to say, Ray?
The issue that I have here, though, after talking with y'all about, is that it's almost like she's or this narrative that is being marketed by this apology and the impact story of alopecia. It's more to equate what happened to her with other folks who are actually suffering from verbal assault that makes them want to potentially commit self-harm, which is a false equivalency right there, which I have a big problem with. So when you draw these, when you make comparisons between these two instances where a joke was made at a public figure versus someone who is, truly marginalized and not a public figure and does not have the same resources to receive help as someone else does who was mocked publicly, that's when I can't get behind that because it's like it's an apples to oranges sort of.
Well, I think we all agree if there was like a crippled kid in the wheelchair who want to make a wish to the Oscars and Chris Rock went, "Look at this fucking idiot in a wheelchair," he would have went, "Okay, well that's a little over the line. That's not okay."
What was the original one? When we originally covered it, you were like, "Yeah, if Chris Rock was like, hey, Tuma Face,"
yeah. Now, that would be over the line.
Now, I have a question.
The fact is that Jada Pinkett Smith, I mean, if we're talking about privilege, she definitely has economic privilege. She has huge power in Hollywood. It's a power family. And this is the kind of person where you have to go, listen, it sucks when you get joked about, but go home and cry into your millions of dollars. What he said does not nearly, whatever harm you feel was inflicted upon you is frankly ridiculous in comparison to the actual pain that true victims suffer. Maybe there are situations where, you can do something so horrible that you can almost justify slapping somebody for saying something so horrible. But that was not the line. That line was not even come close to. It was definitely not crossed.
But now, to be clear, oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we all agree that she should apologize for co-producing the Karate Kid reboot and that movie After Earth?
Yes.
And wasting
Jaden
all our
needs to
time?
Apologize for After Earth.
Yeah.
Why, the money they spent trying to show that their kid could act when he cannot act it's insane.
Is Jaden
and
Smith?
We all deserve an apology.
That's ableist, Tony.
Why does he tweet in all capital words? What is wrong with Jaden Smith? All his tweets are like insane. All right.
Probably because his parents are like, "You're going to be the biggest star ever," and then these two movies come out, and people are like, "The original was better, and that movie sucked." It probably messed with his head, to be honest.
But no, just as a quick aside to Rhea, sort of appealing to kind of what she said. So the reason I think she needs to give an apology is because of the false equivalence. In my opinion, this was an attempt to sway the public to keep on that sentiment of it was wrong for Chris Rock to do this. It was okay for Will Smith to, defend my honor, blah, 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 whatever. And the fact that she, in my opinion, used this poor woman that went through this horrible experience, losing her child, to sort of manipulate the public into taking her side. That's why I think she needs to apologize.
I mean, I'm going to say that maybe it was just she didn't think it through. But for me, my standpoint, it looks like extremely manipulative to go, well, alopecia gets people killed. It murders children. And I'm like, okay, now is not the time for that discussion. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Anybody got a final thought, or can we stop talking about this? Anybody?
Yeah, I do.
What do you got?
So and
real quick, I do want to say hi to $3 Theater, who is in the comments. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, dude? So the clear point that I want to make, the takeaway, is that I think it set a horrible precedence towards comedians that embolden audience members to go up to comedians on stage that they're offended with. And this happened March 27th. And then on May 3rd is when Dave Chappelle got attacked.
Yes.
And that guy said, that he was emboldened by that whole.
Did he say that? Did he say anything about
That's what I saw in the article
that
he said that, people need to think more clearly and carefully when they talk about people's illnesses like that and whatever. And he did say, for the most part, he's a rapper and he was trying to, clout chase or whatever, but that was part of it.
I thought it was something about housing, or it's all complicated.
Well, look. I'll counter that with people have been jumping the stage and attacking famous people for hundreds of years. Maybe that's the guy's excuse, but that's always going to happen. It happens in wrestling a lot. People always jump the ring to fight the wrestlers or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that guy was like, you know what? Everyone's debating over the Will Smith thing. I'll just say I was like Will Smith and get out of it. And they're like, no, you're just a crazy person, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like people are going to use Will Smith as an excuse to do crazy shit they were going to do anyway.
I never saw this.
Hold on, it's round one.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it. All right?
Oh!
Richard.
You win.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good. All right. Freddie says Chris Rock needs to apologize for the movie Grown Ups. I don't know if I ever watched Grown Ups. The movie made a lot of money for some stupid reason.
They did a sequel.
I think that's more of an Adam Sandler movie, but
yeah.
Ensemble cast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving
along. That's one of his vacation movies where he's like, well, I want to hang out with all my friends and get paid.
I'm done talking about this. My point is, I think the family should apologize. I think Chris Rock should do something for Chris Rock. He has connections in Hollywood. Again, I think if he offered to produce a movie or something, or give whatever, something, send him a fruit basket, send him an edible arrangement.
I don't know. I think celebrities should be beating the shit out of each other more often.
Well, Celebrity Deathmatch. They should relaunch Celebrity Deathmatch based on this.
That'd be way more fun than what celebrities do now, where they just cry and tell you how to live your lives. If they were just beating the shit out of each other all the time, that'd be so much more interesting.
I don't know if we need that. I don't know if that's.
No, that's hilarious.
Well, I'll say this: Chris Rock or Will Smith may be in a number of movie duds. But at least he's not in The Munsters, coming soon. Direct to stream. Now, me and Tony, I know, have both watched this trailer, which is hilarious. Okay, now to put this in perspective, because some people in my audience are young and do not know who The Munsters are. The Munsters was a television show from the 60s about a family of monsters. That's the whole gimmick. And this movie is being directed by Rob Zombie, and it looks like the worst movie ever made. It is so bad.
I'm so juiced for this movie.
I know. I'm kind of excited.
I will give him this before you play. Yeah. Have you seen the other most recent Munsters reboot from 2012?
I heard about it, but I haven't watched it.
It was called Mockingbird Lane, and it looked nothing like the Munsters.
Why did they call it Mockingbird Lane?
Because they didn't want you to think it was it was in that era of weird, gritty reboots, even though it wasn't gritty. And they were like, if we call it the Munsters, people are going to be like, why doesn't he look like Frankenstein? So we'll call it something else.
Let me see if I can find Mockingbird Lane.
The pilot,
what they look like.
It didn't get picked up for a pilot, so they just released it as a special.
So is this Grandpa Munster?
Yeah, Eddie Izzard is Grandpa Munster.
Is this Herman Munster?
Portia de Rosie's
just like
in it.
And they have regular skin because color.
And Bryan Singer helped produce it, so
Oh,
so some kids got taken advantage of it.
Okay. Mockingbird Lane. So they released it. What is like a direct-to-TV?
They made it. They made it like a Halloween special, like because they were hoping maybe people like it. No one fucking watched it.
What a nightmare!
So Rob Zombie at least has that.
Yeah, at least it's not that. All right. So we're not gonna watch the full first trailer, but I do want to skip around a little bit. The best part to me of the trailer is: did Rob Zombie edit this himself in iMovie with the default title effects? Because watch, it's this like stock font.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story ever.
So normally you would fade out the title before it reaches the edge of the frame, but instead it ends up saying "He greatest love Tori ever," and then it just hard cuts from there.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Think of it. The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man.
Everything about this looks so cheap.
By the way,
has anybody actually like edited this to be in all black and white just to see how much better it would look in black and
Theater
white?
Says, I'm pretty sure that font's from Adobe Premiere. I think you're right. I think it's one of the stock fonts that like the video.
It's either from Premiere or After Effects. A lot of the stuff is just like
the audio is really bad in this trailer. Like it doesn't.
Oh, the audio is terrible.
It feels like they're using like the on-set audio, like not the ADR or anything. Like
I don't think they did ADR. I don't think that they ADR'd anything. It sounds like they recorded it on set, and it all sounds terrible and muffled.
By the way, this is not $40 million. People said that. Rob Zombie's like, where the hell did you get that? Rob Zombie, as much as I don't like a lot of his movies, I'll give him credit. He makes them so cheap that they always turn a profit. He makes like even the Halloween remakes were done for like maybe $10 million.
I think he said that. I think he said that accumulatively, all his films don't even add up to $40 million.
Yeah. Because people are like, how does he keep getting work? It's because he has enough of a fan base.
He just does it for no money. And
he does it for no money, and he has enough of a fan base, and they always buy his stuff, just like Eric July. But anyway, let's keep going.
Nerve says it was edited on Rob Zombie's personal computer that is still rocking Windows ME. And Gan says, do it in black and white. So here was my theory, Tony.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's true or not. I think he went to the studio and he said, let me make a black and white movie. And they said, absolutely not. And he said, okay. And then he went and he cranked up the saturation as much as he could to make it look like complete dog shit, hoping they would say, okay, just make it black and white now. But instead they're just like, yeah, this looks fine. I don't care.
So he Spider-Man 3'd it?
So my whole thing is like, it's by Universal. Universal does Halloween Horror Nights. I'm sure they wanted it all colorful so they could make like a maze or something at some point.
How bad this.
That's what it reminds me. It reminds me of like a '90s like Ernest Scared Stupid or like Halloween After School Special.
Yes,
sort of
that's
thing.
what I'm thinking. Is that like, okay, we're pointing out how shitty everything looks, but isn't that like kind of the point to kind of capture that aesthetic?
Kind of, but like it can look cheesy without looking like.
At the same time, don't hire his wife and then his friends.
He has to hire
like,
his wife.
But she's in all his movies, though, right?
It's not
contractually obligated.
Can she hold the show? Is I guess what I'm getting at. You know.
Andrew says, "How would you what would make this better? How would you improve upon this?" Well, if we look at the black and white footage, it actually looks good. I think. Here's the black and white segment. That looks terrible.
It's funny, right? Because he's laughing.
This looks good.
Yeah,
pause it real quick, Vito.
It's well lit.
You realize that the original Munsters was all colorful on the set before it was turned into black and white, right?
Yeah. Well, they painted up their faces and then filmed it in black and white, I'm sure.
No. Actually, it's all. If you look, they have shots from the original set and everything. It's all brightly colored, just like the movie.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. And then it came out looking awesome when you made it black. Look at the edge lighting on Herman Munster here is perfect.
So I'm saying maybe your idea that he wanted to do it like the original and then make it in black and white.
That's afterwards. What I'm saying is that they might have filmed it like this because you could take this and make it black and white and it might look good depending on how you color correct it.
Yeah.
Because right now it just looks like trash. Like that I don't even think that looks like digitally manipulated. Like they didn't paint his skin. This looks like they painted green over him.
There,
but I could
there
be
is
crazy.
a slightly newer trailer for like the Blu-ray release.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that one up, which is it's definitely made by somebody else because it's like slightly
a
more
little bit better. It's edited like kind of like a trailer would be.
But just
there is a shot where she shoots electricity out of her hands. Or something in here.
Hold on.
Like you can compare, like when we talking about like the stock Adobe stuff, you know, you can like compare that shot to something like, you know, The Boys recently, the Charlize Theron scene where she has like the lightning in her hands and it's reflecting all in the gloves that she has. It looks really, really cool compared to like this, which is just like, you know,
all the lightning effects, are clearly like stock. Like, look at this lens flare right here when the lightning hits him, you know? It's like really cheap, shitty effects. I don't know why I can't find the part where she shoots lightning. Like, some of it looks okay.
Like a wedding or something, right?
Some of it is just really badly lit for some reason. And then this stuff is like obviously on purpose, the like rear projection. And then this part coming up here where they're at the beach.
Oh, the lightning's coming up there.
Oh, there it is.
There it is right there.
Oh, damn it. How do I go back like 15 seconds? There we go. We're talking. Yeah. Okay. So the default glow on the eyes looks terrible. It's not even shaped to the eye. It's just like a generic orb. You know, you could actually shape it into.
I love you yell at me for
it.
Bitching about Will Smith's camera shake, and now you're talking about the glow on
her eye. Not an apology. This is a movie.
That apology video probably costs more to make than this.
Probably
agreed.
Did, yeah, it's just like this shot right here. Watch the digital zoom in because he's clearly on a green screen with a terrible background. Here, right, the one shot of his skeleton.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. This is meant to look B-movie cinema.
I guess, but it still looks like super.
No,
beautiful.
I can agree with that take.
I get what you're saying. It's just I wouldn't expect like Universal to greenlight something like this and then expect like a return on it. Like
I'm just thinking like, you know, if I don't know, Jim Carrey's probably too big a name, but if they got some people like that, you know, to be in it, and it's this sort of shtick, you know, maybe, you know, comedy.
Honestly, I wish they had pushed it further and made it look like a 2000s era YouTube like special effects video, like edited by a bunch of teenagers with like shitty titles. Like I actually want a movie like that. Tony, let's write a movie that's like an action thriller, but we have to edit it as shittily as possible, and it'll be like a Lost like 90, and all the guys will be wearing dusters like they just watched The Matrix. Like, have you ever seen?
Oh man, I watched a movie recently, Dracula 2000. In the beginning, there's like a heist and everyone's wearing like the long leather jackets from The Matrix.
Yeah, right.
Because that just came out like the year before.
I forgot about that.
Hold on, have you ever seen Lasagna Cat?
Yes, I know what you're talking about with that.
Right, hold on.
Oh, what the fuck is that song? Oh,
so this was they're chatting on AIM, and he's like, "Did you edit the video?" Yeah, dude.
This is the most nostalgic thing ever.
This
for
is
me.
so perfect because this is like exactly what it was like.
I did shit like this. This is.
Oh yeah, dude. I wish I had my old videos. Ultimate Enemies, the final battle.
Looks like it would have been on E-Bomb's World back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, block! Punch!
So, Rhea, you want Munsters to look like this?
I want Munsters to
I was
look
expecting
like
Cool Cat Saves the Kids when you pulled up Lasagna Cat.
Oh, bullet time! Oh!
Is that the Spider-Man movie shirt?
The lightning for this looks more realistic. Looks better than the Munsters lightning effect.
God,
look at that. It's perfect. Perfect.
Like, out of all the videos online, this is the one that like makes me nostalgic the most because I'm like,
oh
man, I lived this.
I remember
sending the file transfer over AIM and shit. Oh my God.
We got to submit this to Sundance.
I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to go watch it after the
We
show.
should send this to Vin Diesel. Maybe he'll be in the next one.
Spelled wrong.
Yeah, all spelled wrong and shit. It's so perfect. I won't bring up all the old video. Anyway, there's a second trailer now that I wanted to watch. So this is the new second trailer. It's clearly edited by somebody who kind of knows what they're doing because the titles are not the default Adobe Premiere titles.
Yeah.
And Matt said in the comments, I hope they release a black and white cut for this. I do too. I kind of want to convert it to black and white myself. But let's watch. This one's only 1:29. Let's take a look. Look at that, real titles. Can you believe it?
Audio still sounds bad.
Yes. And why would you want 60 minutes of bonus feed? Normally, when you promote a movie, like the Blu-ray, the movie's already out. So you go, I like that movie. I want the bonus features. You don't promote the movie by saying, it's got bonus features. You're like, I haven't even fucking seen it yet. I don't know if I want to watch bonus features. Hold on. I got to ban somebody from my chat for spamming stupid. Have you guys been getting these love?
Yeah.
Oh, the date ones?
Yeah. Oh, I guess we got a moderator in there. Thank you, Amarak. You're kicking ass. Amarak's the best moderator. He's always there. I should give him a high five. From the mind of Rob Zombie.
This is going to shock you.
I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special.
It looks a little bit. Did they?
Would you like to come over
like
for
this?
dinner?
Still looks weird.
Yeah.
It's like soft. It's like they didn't get the focus right. I don't know if this is just YouTube compression, but she's not in focus. But then some of this stuff looks fine.
Eyes on you that you were special.
That looks fine. This looks
Would you
terrible.
like to come over for dinner one night?
Please hold.
He's got a date.
It seems Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, Hermie.
Hey, numbskull! When they made me, they broke the mold! With you in it, I presume! No! I think it was out by that point! We gotta get rid of that.
Okay, so that guy, that actor, is just like one of Rob Zombie's like buddies who's in all his movies.
Yeah.
He's not that funny.
Well, the guy who played Grandpa Munster like reacted to the trailer for some reason. I didn't watch it though. Yeah, the actor from this movie reacted to the trailer
of the movie.
I didn't watch it, but I bet he was like, "It's great." I don't know.
No, he was very passive aggressive.
I think Grandpa's the only actor who seems to kind of be nailing it. Everybody else, I'm like, if you just hired like some actual comedians, should have got like one big name in this, somebody. Yeah. Saggy Melon says Vito. Oh, Saggy Melon says Rhea. Give me back my wife right now. I've taken her. She's mine. You can have her later. All right.
No, she's entangled with
Herman Munster. He's not the type of.
I really do like. So there's this one shot where they're at the beach, and this looks like a CG like render from like a video game or something. It looks so cheap.
The type of person I want my little.
One thing I do want to give them credit though for, I didn't notice this before, is that since it's being distributed by Universal, I guess like they get permission to use some of their Dark Universe properties. Like I saw Creature from the Black Lagoon, and they have the actress who played Elvira in there in another cameo later on in the movie. I forget if
Elvira's in this? Well, that's rad.
Yeah.
Good. I haven't seen a single joke though in the Usually a trailer has like the best jokes.
Oh, Richard Brake and Jorge Garcia.
Is that the guy from Lost?
Yeah, he's still huge. I'm like there hasn't been a good. You put the jokes in the trailer, right? You get everybody excited for the movie.
The jokes in this version are edited a little bit better. They're not funny, but they're edited how jokes in a normal trailer would be compared to the first trailer,
which was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, there she is. And Butch Patrick?
Wait. So that lady, that's Elvira?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And I didn't realize. I did a video of Butch Patrick on Patreon.
Who's Butch Patrick?
He's Eddie Munster, you idiot.
Why would I know the name of the guy who played Eddie Munster?
Because he's at every horror convention you'll ever
I don't go to
to
every horror. Oh, do you bring him his tables, Tony? Are you in charge of the tables for Eddie Munster?
Tables!
You don't know how to treat the talent. You don't know how to treat the Crypt Keeper. What is her job? Tables! What I don't need to know about no table. All right, anyway. Nobody, like 2 people in the chat know what we're talking about.
You're a fucking pig!
I'm trying to remember that video.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh!
That's a little bit. That's a little bit like EC Comics Creep Show with that whole like colorful background that's not actually there.
Weird spiral just randomly behind.
Yeah,
him.
have you ever read like an EC comic or like seen the
I know
movie
EC
Creep
Comics.
Show?
I never read any.
The Creep Show movie does a lot of this.
Well, at least they found somebody who knows how to make a title. Look at that. They even got an animated Munsters logo now. Or at least it kind of is one. Look at that.
I'm excited.
The thing is, it's coming out on Netflix after this, and I kind of want to review it, but I really don't want to own this movie, so I'm like real confused.
I do have to see it because there's like, I just honestly though, I wish it was going a little farther with the crappy effects.
So
that's
it's coming out the same month
Wait,
as.
it is a movie, not a TV series.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's
Wow,
not to be compared to the Wednesday Addams show that Tim Burton's doing, which is a show.
It looks so good.
Yeah, although I thought it was weird, like when they said Christina Ricci was coming back, I'm like, oh, this will be a grown-up Wednesday Addams, and then it's like, nope, it's an Addams Family reboot, but about Wednesday, and Christina Ricci's someone else. I'm like, oh, well, you made
That's
it weird. I'll give it a
bizarre.
shot. I like most Addams Families, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, Top Loaded, you missed all the drama because a lot of people were making this very weird argument where they're like, can you believe Hollywood gave Rob Zombie $40 million and they're struggling filmmakers? And Rob Zombie came out and he's like, they didn't give me $40 million. They probably gave him like $2 million. And he probably spent $1 million of that dollars on fun stuff for himself.
It looks like he filmed it on like the Universal theme park sets. They look like
he probably did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they let him use all the backlots and everything. So
they're like, hey, we're not doing Halloween Horror Nights this year. You can just use these. We usually have these.
I wonder what
around.
they used for the Munsters house because they have what looks like the Munster house. I mean, maybe they could repurpose it from whatever that Mockingbird. You know what probably happened? Did they build a house for that Mockingbird Lane pilot?
Well, the pilot you
sitting
showed,
there?
I think it had a digital house. The Munsters house might just be like a thing.
Let me see. Where is the Munsters house?
Do we know if that's like if it's a miniature or if that's a CGI rendering?
Munster Mansion is an exterior set located on the Universal Studios lot. So they just have the mansion chilling out. You know, obviously they can clean it up and make it, you know, a generic house for other filming stuff. Or if you want to make a Munster movie, you just put a bunch of garbage all over it.
There you go. So they already had it.
After the Munsters, it was relocated to Colonial Street. House was used for the television movie The Munsters Revenge, as well as stock footage from the previous movie Munsters Go Home. There was a whole Munsters period of time.
Yeah, remember they rebooted it in the 90s as like a TV like movie. I remember that being like okay as a kid.
Well, we're gonna get claimed for this, but famously, the song "Dragula" by Rob Zombie is about the car that the Munsters owned, and this was the anthem of the 2000s. Dig through the ditches, burn through the witches, and bang in the back of my Dragula. God, that song rules. Guys, I'm excited for the Munsters.
I love Rob Zombie's music. I hate most of his movies.
I don't like his movies.
I'll give him credit. It is like a PG movie. He's trying to make a family-friendly comedy.
That's what's funny. Like, that's funny.
Yes,
but
and
he just
I'll give
cast
him
it with
credit.
his
Like,
friends
hey,
and
you
his
know,
family again.
He's stepping out of his comfort zone. For some reason, they gave him a big IP. Well, not a big IP, but a memorable IP to do this. Probably not the best idea long-term, but I'm interested to see if he can do like a family-friendly comedy thing.
I believe. What do I believe? That he's got to stop putting his family in all these things. His friends and his family. He should have just got some. He should have done casting, found some actual comedic actors. I think the guy playing Herman Munster sucks. Also, I need this for my house. This is a needle point. Live through the ditches, laugh through the witches, and love in the back of my Dragula. Guys, this is the Monday Night Grift. What a show. Anybody have anything else they need to say? Can I go eat some dinner? Speaking of dinner, get your super chats in now. Pay for my pizza or whatever the hell garbage I'm going to stuff in my face. Last chance to get your super chats in. Any last thoughts on any of tonight's topics, fellas?
I have something important to say.
What do you got to say, Tony, from Hack the Movies?
I want to say that I put out an episode on the movie Blade. Everyone should go watch that today. Please watch that and like, share, and subscribe.
I was actually that came up on my thing, so I started listening to it. The problem is I don't remember. The only Blade I remember is the first one.
Yeah, we did the first one.
Yeah, but you started talking about Blade Trinity and Blade 2 and there was a TV show.
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit, but we're mostly talking about the movie.
All right,
yeah,
whatever. Everybody go to Hack the Movies. Tony jumping the gun on getting a plug in. I was going to give you a plug, motherfucker. It's not like you weren't going to get a plug. I go,
oh, you're
has anybody got anything else to say about the show? You go, well, if you go to my channel, it's completely unrelated. Yeah,
and I do want to I do want to say that I really support this new indie comic called Super Killer.
Shut up!
It looks really
Stop
great.
Buttering me up. All right.
I love Super Killer. It's really great.
Okay.
It's almost as good as ISOM. I think everyone should check out.
Almost as good as ISOM.
Super Killer.
If only he had done his due diligence on the PayPal stuff.
By the way, I'm very sorry, Vito, that I caused you a lot of.
Everybody's on my side. Everybody voted your problem down.
Oh no, we have some mutual friends who reach out to me. They're like, I could have listened to you rip Vito apart all day long. I'm like, oh man, I didn't mean to be that mean.
But whatever. It was fine. It was fine. Brian Clark sends a pizza for $4.99. Thank you, Brian. Kara Froman, $1.49. Super sticker. I gotta look in the chat, see what it is. It's a hot dog. I can go for a hot dog. All right, Hack the Movies. We're all going to subscribe to Hack the Movies. We're also going to subscribe to my good friend Top Loaded Gaming. The Top Loaded Gaming.
Hey guys,
hit the bell, get all the notifications.
I just want to say real quick,
you can't have this be a bald guy if you're not going to shave your head.
Yeah, I need to shave again. I need to shave again.
You can't commit to a bald avatar and then not shave your head. You got to commit.
I know, right? But look how skinny I am and look how fat I am. So I mean, it's already like a catch.
I'm subscribing right now. I'm subscribed.
I do like that you have the Gradius font. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, as we discussed, Top Load Gaming has been having some health issues. I know you've had to take some time away from the channel.
I kind of had a heart attack. Kind of had a serious operation done. But
you got a stent put in.
More content coming soon. So more.
Well, take your time. Don't rush it. But everybody, we're all rooting for Top Load Gaming. So please show this man some support.
Thanks for having me on as always, man.
Well, thanks for not dying, because if you died, it'd be sad.
I'm glad about that.
I would feel partially responsible. Like I pushed him to be on these stupid streams and it gave him a heart attack.
I literally, my grandmother was in the hospital recently. I literally visited her in the hospital. The first thing I said when I walked in, I was like, stop dying. You're making everyone sad.
Okay, what do I look up? How do I find you, Rhea?
You can look up Rhea Glimmer.
Rhea Glimmer. Okay, not Rhea Sparkles.
There I am.
So if you look up Rhea, she runs the Glimmer Cast. We love Rhea. She's a great true gamer.
I'm subscribing right now.
No. And click the bell. I keep forgetting to click the bell if you want great gaming content. You got anything else exciting coming our way soon, Rhea?
Not too much. I'm gonna be offline through this week, so I'm glad I could join y'all for your weekly
Well, I
stream.
appreciate you coming on. You offer a good perspective. For a bunch of white guys waving our dicks around, it's nice to have a woman of color to offset some of that. We are not diverse, and it's not my fault. It's not my fault. More diverse people come.
My show is very diverse.
Oh, because you are friendly. I'm not. I don't like anyone. So
stop fighting with people.
I don't make friends with people. All
Stop
right.
fighting with people, you asshole.
And of course, Tony from the Geek Getaway. Don't forget to subscribe to the Geek Getaway.
Subscribe right now.
Tony, you got anything to say about your channel?
Yeah, first off, I'm not white, Vito. You realize that, right? I am.
I thought you weren't white, but then I watched a video and there was a white guy in it.
I will say, if you are interested in indie comics, I did do a review of Hulk.
Tony, what color are you?
I'm brown.
I thought you were brown, but then I swear I went to your channel. I must have been on someone else's channel, and I was watching a guy in his car talk about video games, and I was like, wait, what the Tony's white?
That's why
I didn't know either. I thought
maybe he's white past it, you asshole. Why does it matter the color of his skin, Vito?
It matters because I'm trying to have a diverse panel.
What it is I have several people that make videos on the channel along with me.
I didn't know that. I thought it was all you. Okay. Well, now I know, Tony, because I thought you were a black guy, and then now I know. Or a brown gentleman. Is it brown or black?
Brown.
Brown.
I'm Mexican.
Mexican. Well, my co-host, Dick Masterson, is Mexican.
That's what
I'm a friend of all people.
Yeah,
But
but
the Swedes who are filthy.
he votes the wrong way, so the internet decided he's white.
I vote the wrong way.
No. Dick votes the wrong way, so
Dick
the internet
vote
decided.
I vote the same way Dick votes. So
yeah, no, Dick way is a Mexican conservative.
That's my favorite thing is when people go after Dick, calling him like a white supremacist and stuff, and it's like, well, he's Mexican, so that's a little hard.
He is Mexican. All right,
They always get so mad when they find that out. They get like genuinely upset that he's Mexican, which is even
his
funnier.
last name. Well, I can't bring up his last name because I got in trouble last time, but he has a Mexican last name if you know his actual name. Guys, I get my plug. Go to superkiller.org and please sign up for the mailing list. We are closing in on 900 signups, and we're trying to get to an even 1,000. So superkiller.org. I've got a second draft of the script, Tony, if you want to read it.
Yes.
And, the art, I did not incorporate your feedback at all.
You dick. I'm just going to give you the same notes again then, but all right.
I gotta read it. We'll have to have an argument about your notes, because your notes were that some of the dialogue was cliche.
Yeah.
And I was like, but is the dialogue just cliche for dudes like me and you who are like obsessed with media? Or are they like just cliche in general?
That's your audience, though, Vito. You got to know.
I don't know
audience.
if that is my. I was kind of reading it again, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like normal guys would like not. I get your point, though. I could change it, but right now it kind of works. So I'm thinking about it. That was a good note.
Criticism well.
No, I do take criticism well because I honestly thought I was going to change
about like the. We'll talk about the specifics, but I told you how to update the one character, like.
All right, well, let me read. I honestly, I did you send that to me on my phone? I got to reread.
I probably texted you.
Yeah, I got to reread your comments. So,
okay.
But there is a second kind of dry updated a little bit. Regardless, superkiller.org. All you do, you go to the site. I don't know why people. I get this thing. It tells me how many people go to the site and then leave without putting their email address in. They're like, I don't know what the fuck this is, and they just all you do, you scroll down and you type in poopoo.pp.com. You know, don't leave an actual fake one, but you know, whatever your email address is, and then you hit subscribe.
I'm going right now.
And there you go. All you do, because if I get to 1,000, this is important to me. I give you free entertainment all the time. All you want is your fucking email address. Anyway, guys, this has been the Monday Night Grift. I want to thank everybody who's been here. I want to thank Rhea. There she is. I want to thank Tony from Back to Movies.
Yay.
Top Load Gaming.
Hey.
And Tony TGD from the Geek Getaway. This has been the Monday Night Grift. It's a show. It's everybody's favorite show. I am not stalling for time, but we love you. Don't forget to get a couple super chats in. Hit like before you get out of here. And no, it is not an Invincible knockoff, Sean Amy. God damn it. Will you shut up? Stop saying that. Tony is spreading lies about my comic book. It is not an Invincible ripoff. It's an original content creation.
It looked kind of like the Invincible.
We need more independent comics. It's going to be awesome.
We need more independent
comics. Support Ripiverse. We need it.
What a show, guys. What a show. Thanks. Get out of here. That's our show. And Tony from Back to Movies is here, of course. Tony! All right, get out of here.
Goodbye.
All right, get out of here. Get out of here. What a show. What a show. Subscribe to the channel. Keep on coming back. Let us know what you love. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Next week, we'll have more Monday Night Grift ready to go. And I love you all. I love you.